Hello, let's do Wordle number 1058 from May 12th, and I asked for 2 starting words related to a Texas theme, and Cher suggested ranch and large. Alright, well we tried 2 places for the R. Ooh, we might be an ER word today. So, OER is the scariest one. Let's just see if we're in the OER trap. OWER, OVER are both quite scary. Let's start with tower here. See what we're dealing with. All right, so we're outer. Tower was perfect. I mean, other than just guessing outer, but all right. I think this is the second time recently that I have tested for the OER trap, and it turned out there was an O, just not second, which is kind of interesting. But yeah, cool. Outer in 4, I'm pretty happy with that, especially with not a very heavy start there. Well, let's see what the Wordlebot had to say. So, ranch and large, and we got the R and the E here. 76 probable answers, most of them ER, as I suspected. Cool, so I did tower, and I got these yellow, or these green. And so it was otter or outer. So I guess I won a 50-50 there. Otter was very possible. But yeah, I would have gotten it in 4 or 5. And I got lucky on the 50-50, so cool. I think outer was definitely a better guess than otter anyway, because I don't like that double T at that point. It doesn't help place the T because there were only 2 places left for it. All right, well, let's see what its non-hard mode solve would have been. It's going with foist, which is interesting. Yeah, it's already on track to like test the O second for that OER trap. And then it's getting the FIST, all new letters. Seems pretty good to me. It's not testing for the V or W yet, which I guess is fine. So we would be outer, so we just have this O and this T. Now we're down to 3, metro, otter, and outer. And it would go with outer. It says do outer or otter, and that makes sense, right? Because we're down to just these 3 words. Both outer and otter give each other, and if they aren't each other, it's very obviously metro, right? So it would just happen to do outer alphabetically and get it in 4, but it could have. Technically, my word got us down to 2 rather than 3. So, but either way, like, it's not doing any worse than 5 on this. All right. So let's see what the hard mode one is, though. The hard one is the most interesting one because it's restricted what it can do. So it's doing rest. So what it's doing with this is it's avoiding ending in ER. Notice if we start ending in ER, like Peter here, we do not have a 100% solve rate. It's already very concerned about this ER trap. So it's doing rest, and again, it likes that ST. Remember, foist also got that ST? So it's trying for that ST, and that W is also testing for the OWER, so that's really interesting. So if we do rest, we're not in danger of losing, which is great. So we would have this ER, and we'd also have this T for outer. So now we are down to 10 possible answers, but it's actually going for metro or outer. It says pick between those. That's actually really interesting. So it's okay going ER at this point with outer, which will tell us whether we're... actually, there are no UER options. But by getting the O and the U, it is splitting this up quite nicely, as far as I can tell. Metro is avoiding going into ER again, which is nice. All the rest of them are ER, but I guess so Metro, it's mostly interested in getting the M and testing the T in the middle. So obviously if I choose outer, that would be the answer. But if we go metro, I'm pretty sure, let's see what happens here. So we'd have this ER and T and this O, all yellow. Oh, this would be green. And now we're down to the otter, outer, voter. Interesting. So of course, between otter and outer, it's saying choose one of those 2. And if it wasn't that, go voter, right? So very interesting. So at this point, it's otter or outer are the best 2 guesses, and so it's a 50-50 at that point. So we'd get it in 5 or 6 in hard mode. Hard mode, like, the ER words are so hard in hard mode, so it's always interesting to see what this bot ends up doing. This is the only bot I found that's actually good at hard mode. So definitely, if you're analyzing hard mode, use this bot. Don't use like the built-in Wordle bot from New York Times. It just walks straight into traps and loses. All right, well, let's spin the wheel of themes here and see what tomorrow brings us. All right, a Mario Party theme suggested by Marble Racing. So just leave a comment with 2 starting words for me related to Mario Party in some way. And of course, how'd you do?